All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is it's just a moment for me to to really reflect on the last I think maybe the last 20 odd days of a very focused form of meditation that I've been experimenting with. And of course, for months, I've been now making it a point to meditate every single day. The moment I wake up, whether it's sometimes in the middle of the night, sometimes it's, early enough part of the day, or whichever, time that I do wake up on a given day, I make it a point to meditate. And over the last 20, 25 days, I've been focusing more on a very specific form of meditation. And, for those of you who are familiar with the Silva method, this is that initial phase where uh, you do a number counting backwards, and then, of course, you focus on an object. And this is something that I'd done many, many years ago, probably more than 2 decades ago, and I just felt drawn to to go over the basics once again, to repeat the basics once again. And this time, of course, obviously, it's many years later. There's been of uh, you know a lot of work that's gone into designing the work that I do, developing the programs that I have been. And obviously, I'm a different person than the one that was, practicing this form of meditation literally decades ago. And so now, as I'm, practicing my daily meditation, uh, I was amazed at how powerful our insights can be. In the past, of course, there have been, it's almost like a seasonal shift where there are points where I receive these downloads. And then, of course, for the rest of the time, it's about executing those downloads. And obviously, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's like when you have that stream of consciousness, when you are really connected to what's happening in inside you, you will, continuously and constantly keep getting these little whispers, these little nudges, and obviously, when we act on them, and I've seen when I do act on them, uh, there are some really fantastic results that happen as a result. And this time was different because obviously I was just focusing on uh, the practice of meditation because for those of you who've been doing visualization work, practicing visualization, practicing focus, uh, you're typically either someone who can very easily visualize, or otherwise it's one of the hardest things to do, to be able to see something that doesn't exist, to be able to bring something into your consciousness. So it's like literally, if I say, can you imagine a lemon? For a lot of people, that's the easiest thing to do. For a lot of people, it takes a while to be able to kind of visualize it, and especially when you've got your eyes closed. So obviously, this is a longer conversation, but for now, as I said, while doing this, I had a really powerful vision today, and of course, in our day three, which is all about money breakthroughs in the foundation program. Today, I was sharing with our group the kind of ahas that I had received, the kind of experience that I had. And it was beautiful to see how people were able to get their own perspective on this. And again, as I said, it's like the power of meditation is that you will find the benefits in so many areas, rippling. And, like any practice, if you make it a daily practice, you make it into a habit, and you just keep showing up and keep practicing, I can promise you that your life will shift. Now, of course, especially as a healer coach, if you're somebody who is struggling with your personal habits, just remember that it's totally normal and it's okay to, to not be able to function at 100%. But the intention is, of course, to get better and better at doing the work, at doing this self work. So, that's also one of the reasons why I record this daily pod, because it's just a reminder to you that, hey, you're not alone. And not just me, but we have a community, and we do this work together. We show up, we're there to hold space for one another. And in this, you will be able to have some really, really powerful shifts and breakthroughs. So if you're someone who's just begun on your journey of healing and coaching, and you're looking for a space where you can be yourself without any judgment, and be amongst people who are there to support you, then this is that space for you. Of course, as always, don't take my word for it. Explore this, experience this, and see if this is truly the community for you. And to facilitate this, of course, I do a session which is called the Hypnosis Life Experiences. This is a program that's available for you. It's complimentary. So come and experience the Hypnosis Life Experience that happens every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. This is a 1 hour process. And of course, if you like this, there are several programs. And as someone once said, those who pay attention. So it is a paid program. And obviously, you can go deeper. There are 4 tracks at present. The first track is, of course, the foundation track. Is a 3-day process. And then we have the advanced track, which is a 3-month process. It's a renewable membership. And then, of course, we also have the mastery program, which is a 90-day process for you to be able to learn the skills. And if, of course, you're looking for one-on-one coaching, then we also have the personal coaching program. And this is something where every time when there is an open slot, there are a couple of seats available. So that is also something that you can take advantage of, where you get to work with me one-on-one. And I'm, of course, looking forward to seeing you, regardless of which program you choose. And we are, of course, coming up with some very interesting and exciting programs in the coming days. So keep an eye out for that as well. And having said all of that, of course, as always, if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. Of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.